Hello, 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 collective. Welcome to Carmaboo Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Carmen. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I do use tarot cards, runes, numbers, letters, crystals, and colorful language. If any of that offends you, feel free to hard left the video. For those of you who are staying, we are going to get the 6/6 portal reads / the new moon in Gemini reads. I'm choosing to combine them because they actually happen on the same day, which is awesome sauce. You guys, the 6/6 portal is the miracle portal, okay? It is the granter of miracles portal, okay? So there's representation of infinite possibilities with this opening. We also have the 6-planet lineup, the planet parade. So Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are all lined up, okay? It is also the new moon in Gemini. The 6/6 is equated to the power of unconditional love and harmony in overcoming challenges and adversity. It is also comparative to creative power, you guys. So those are things that come along with this 6/6 portal. Now, with the 6-planet parade that we have here, we have Mercury in Gemini, Mars in Aries, Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, and Neptune in Pisces. Okay? Mercury is the planet of communication and thinking. Mars is the planet of confidence and energy. Jupiter is the planet of prosperity and good luck. Saturn is the planet of limitations and practicality. Uranus is individuality and inventiveness. Neptune is idealism and compassion. Okay? So when you're looking at your birth charts, you guys, looking at where those planets are, what signs they're in, how they compare to your birth chart is going to be really important at this time. So, for example, for myself, my Jupiter is also in Gemini in my birth chart. Okay? So Jupiter is the planet of prosperity and good luck. So at this time, it's probably best for me to think of my possibilities and start manifesting things that have to do with my prosperity. And it is also a time of good luck for me. So that could potentially mean taking the actions to move towards things that create prosperity. Okay, so that's just an example for some of you guys. None of the other planetary alignments really line up with my birth chart except for that one. For some of you, you may have multiples that match up, but you can use like what the planet rules and what you can accomplish and how you can use it in comparative to what sign it's in and if those apply to you. Okay? All right. We're going to get the new moon definition here, y'all. Okay, so the new moon in Gemini is to think it through. A positive outcome lies ahead. However, to take this opportunity from the ethers and make it real, you need a positive mindset. On some level, you already know how to get what you want. Use your smarts. Think it through. Look for the signposts about what to do next. Ask, what am I expecting? Focus on positive expectations. Expectations attract. If you're having doubts, talk to someone. Make a list of your goals. There's a way through. Use your mind and your words to help others see things your way. Your manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to flirtatious situation. Anything written and upset you've had on a relationship that feels blocked. Manifesting mindset. Expressing whatever is on your mind is always a good idea, but this card also suggests you need to do some inner work and trust your intuition. Okay? A good affirmation is knowledge is power and I am powerful. Okay? Okay. I'm going to leave this up there like that so you guys can see. Just a reminder of the message that comes with it. Think it through. Think it through. All right, you guys, we're going to do the Zodiacs now. We are going to go Aries through Pisces, Babies to the grown-ups. Babies to the grown-ups. Alright, Spirit. Let's see what's shaking. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Aries need to know for this 6-6 portal? What does Aries need to know with the new moon in Gemini? What energies are coming with this and what do we need to know? What does Aries need to know? What do they need to think on? Some of you might be really questioning stability or starting to really think it through on what it is that's going to cause you to have permanent stability, financial safety. For some of you, have a third-party situation that's going kind of awry here, whereas at one point it was probably joyous, celebratory. It may now become like unfruitful, kind of like fruit that sat too long on the counter that you didn't eat. You know what I mean? It's just not quite what you expected, or you just didn't get the message at the time when you needed it, or somebody didn't get the message across for whatever reason. That collaboration is souring. What else? Ooh. Knight of Wands reversed in the Chariot. Okay, yeah, some of you need to definitely do shadow work. I wouldn't really be explaining your expectations or things that you are trying to accomplish within this collaborated group. This is kind of a time when you need to work independently on your own. Definitely don't be picking fights with nobody, that's for sure. Just agree to disagree and walk away from the situation, especially with the Chariot here. You could be coming to a situation where you just have to agree to disagree and just walk away from something, because if the collaboration's already soured and there's no stability coming from it, if it's not producing anything successful or fulfilling for you, then at this point you're just kind of needing to walk away from it. Let's clarify. Whew. Three of Wands reversed. Yeah. The situation that is probably going to be picking the argument or agreeing to disagree on something is how you need to move forward from something, or how the group needs to plan something, or just kind of everybody sitting around waiting could kind of be an issue. Especially timing in the end goal of things. Like, everybody has kind of a different view of this. Okay, it's like three separate ideas, three separate forms of stability, three separate forms of income. And this is really kind of that point where you just kind of have to stand in your power here, Aries, and really realize what it is that is truly crucial and important for you. You have to make it fair for everybody, but at the same time, you want what you want. And if you're not getting what you need, the situation is moot. Advice for Aries. Advice for Aries on what they need to think through. What do they need to think through with this 6-6 portal? What do they need to manifest? What does Aries need to manifest during this portal? The Sun. Okay, so your conscious mind and your ego are something that you need to really be thinking about here. Things that are your big missions here. Things that you're creative and passionate about. Things that motivate you, okay? A lot of you are at that point where you're blocked from creating your own happiness, whether that be because of finances or because of legalities. You're tied or how do I say, you're tied to people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. Things that are not successful, not fruitful, not helping you, okay? At this time, motivation is probably going to be key for you guys. So self-discipline, time management, budgeting, hitting targets, you know, climbing the mountain, putting the energy and the force into getting what it is that you want out of this situation with the Chariot and the motivation card, okay? You really need to start pushing some moves here. But with that Knight reverse, you really need to be hush-hush about what it is that you're plotting, planning, or doing, because there's other people in this situation who are going to try to convince you that their plan is the way to go, or convince you to, they're going to try to push you, is how it feels. I really feel like they're trying to push you into doing what they want you to do instead of doing what you need to do. And that's just plain and simple English here with this read. But your advice is to really maybe not focus so much on creating happiness, and it's time to start disciplining yourself, okay? Because that self-discipline is what's going to motivate your conscious mind to tell you, oh, okay, I'm succeeding in things. So start little and work your way up. Okay? All right. Those are the messages that I have for Aries. We're going to move on to Taurus. Hello, 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 Taurus Collective. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Taurus need to know during this new moon in Gemini and during the 6/6 portal? What do they need to manifest here? What is the infinite possibility that they need to be focused on? And what do they need to think through? What's going on for Taurus? The Devil reversed. A lot of you guys are really thinking through any addictions or controlled behaviors that have been happening. Definitely over, could be over partnership. I'm being drawn to the two people on this Devil reversed here. Some of you could just be dealing with a Capricorn, or you guys could just be dealing with someone who is a control freak that is finally kind of laying off or just backing off a little bit. Whether that's because you told them to or because they were pushed to leave you be. It could just be, if this is about addiction, a lot of you are really starting to think through your addictions and starting to put yourself around better people, places, and things to move on from those. You're really like choosing wisely about where you go, who you give your energy to, who's allowed within your space, and who's allowed to communicate with you and, you know, bounce the tennis ball off the wall to try to help you manifest and create bigger, better things for yourself. You're really being very specific at this time about how you're doing that. And if you're not being specific about that, you do need to start being that way. You need to start being very specific about what you allow yourself to be around, what you allow to control you or influence you. Those are things you need to think through. I do think that the things of most that you need to manifest about is success. Okay, that's the winning the battle, you know, with the least amount of fight that you have to put into it without having to apologize for it. You're trying to create success with the least amount of pain, with the least amount of time spent or wasted in some cases. And you're not trying to do anything that's going to force you to have to apologize or remain emotionally attached to things you no longer want to play with. Beautiful. It's a wonderful thing to manifest. And if that's not what you're manifesting, that's probably what you do need to manifest here, okay? We also get the Knight of Wands reversed. So, again, same as you guys got the same as Aries here, where you guys really need to be doing shadow work. Like, not everyone needs to know. Not everyone needs to know. Especially if they're trying to control or use you in any way. They don't need to know what you're doing to compete. They don't need to know what you're training yourself for. They don't need to know what you're planning and executing. They don't need to know. Be unapologetically successful on your own. That's what you need to manifest. Okay? Can we get one more to clarify? Ooh, holy crap. Yeah. You've probably been putting up a fight for quite some time. There's people trying to give you shit with strings attached. You're going through a rebirth energy here, and there's people that are trying to really put you, like they're trying to hold the reins to your ability to really move on from things, okay? And you might have some people coming in here who are coming to help. Or you're choosing to leave and lead yourself back to safer waters. It could be either way. Maybe there's like a safe place for you to stay or somewhere where you feel whole and uncontrolled and safe to be. You may be choosing to head to that situation, that place, or that person, okay? You also get the Six of Cups reversed. So y'all are no longer nostalgic about the shit that's happened. You're ready to be done and over with it. Whether this was family, friends, your soul tribe, people that a relationship you've been in for quite some time here. There's just a situation where everything was hot and heavy at first and seeming like it was going exactly where it needed to be. And then as soon as you started giving reciprocity back to it, it stopped. The runner became the chaser became the runner. You see what I'm saying? And now it's a controlled behavior. They figured out how to manipulate you. or it has figured out how to manipulate you. Maybe you were, if again, with the addiction here, this could be a situation where you started slow and now it's out of control and you need some help. Okay. Some of you might be checking into rehab. Some of you might be looking into therapy. Some of you may be like moving back home to get through some stuff here, whether it's relationship, addiction issues. This could be like moving home to save money to put yourself in a better situation elsewhere, like saving to move elsewhere, to go somewhere else. There's not a nostalgic energy about the wherever you're going. Like, there's a lot of memories, a lot of roots, kind of, as to where you're coming from. People may be watching you. They may be kind of just waiting for your reaction. Some of you may have been very explosive during the time of making the shift in your perspective or the shift in your behavior here. Some of you might be going through like tantrums. Some of you might be getting sick, like detoxing. Like, there's a lot of things that come with that energy. But for majority of you, there's just going to be a lot of people who are just trying to make sure that you're okay. I don't feel any bad intentions from those people. But again, you do need to work in silence. What you're doing, not everyone needs to know, okay? What advice do we have for Taurus, Spirit? Spirits, guides, ancestors, what do we have for Taurus? Ooh. Yeah, focus on your needs. Focus on your needs. There's going to be people trying to constrain you, change your mind. Resist them. Resist them and focus on what it is that you need. A trinity could be happening for somebody. You may see this sigil. That could be important to you. But the trinity is it's the knot, okay? That sigil is the knot. It's also called a trinity. It signifies unity, equality. So things like life, death, rebirth, your mind, your body, and your soul. Some of you could be looking into ways or rituals to kind of realign yourself or to put yourself back into a different, like a reset. Okay, so like if you were living your best life and it's about ready to kill you, you're looking for a way to rebirth yourself into somebody completely fucking different. Or if this was a relationship that's just been kind of going dead for now, y'all might be looking for a way out to look for yourself again, to find yourself again. Especially with Manas coming out here, that's yourself, okay? That's the self rune. That is being very aware, using your memories, your feminine or female or feminine wisdom to obtain knowledge, okay? So that's definitely seeking help. Some of you might be going to see a motherly figure or a feminine figure that offers the wisdom that you need in order to heal from this devil energy, okay? All right. That's what I got for you, Taurus. If it resonated, please do hit the like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment. If you'd like a personal, my info's in the description box below the video. We are going to move on to Gemini. Hello, 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 Geminis. Spirits, gods, ancestors, what do we have going on for Gemini during the new moon in Gemini? This is your guys' new moon, okay? So the message that comes with it is to think it through. Think it through. It's also the 6-6 portal. In case you skipped the educational part of the video, you should probably pay attention to it. It's important. All right, what do we have for Gemini? Spirits, guides, ancestors. What does Gemini need to know during the 6-6 portal? What do they need to manifest for their highest good? Yeah, eliminating the options. Pick it and stick it. Quit fence riding. Yeah, because as soon as you make your decision on whatever it is that you want here, whatever it is that's emotionally fulfilling, what option is going to allow you to be happy and fulfilled and successful all at once, ta-da! Then you are happy and successful. You're winning the freaking battle here. Awesome. You need to pick it and stick it. Quit fence riding. It's creating chaos. Yeah, you need to drop the burden of some other shit here. Like, there's definitely some chaos that's rolling around with the 10 of Wands reversed. I think you have started kind of delegating tasks and kind of dropping things off. Some of you might be working less hours at work or taking a vacation or, you know, just putting down the hatchet for a while. You're burying the hatchet for a while, and by doing so, it creates a celebration. It creates a happiness of some sort of long-term commitment. It could be like the little things that mean the most with partners that are starting to affect you. If this is more like pick it and stick it on a career choice here, the second you choose which direction you want to go, it's going to be handed to you. Like, this may be one of those times where you do have to pick. You have to verbalize. You have to put energy into it. You have to affirm, yes, this is what I want. Not just to universe, but to the people that it applies to, okay? So, like, if this is someone that's explored some options here and you're deciding, you know what, I really want to kind of stick where I'm at, well, then so say so. Closed mouth don't get fed, okay? Taking the burden off, moving the elephant from the room is what's going to make this a whole lot stronger, okay? For some of you, it could be letting go of things so that you can celebrate yourself again. For those of you who are choosing to drop situations, that could be more of the energy of, you know what, this is too much for me. I need to separate from it and really get my shit back together so that I can be happy and so that I can create the things I want and be successful with my shit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful things to manifest at this time. Yep. For some of you, if you're scheduling a trip, it may not happen, or maybe you end up going home early, or your flight's delayed, or something to that effect with the world reversed here. It could just be a cycle that doesn't quite get ended all the way. Some of you might need to do a cord cutting, or a cord cutting ceremony or ritual. Just gonna put that out there. For those of you who don't mess around with magic, you need to go see a therapist or double check your shit and make sure that there's still no commitments or alignments with those people or places or things. We also get the Five of Wands reversed here, okay? So, for the cycles that you are supposed to keep, you should not have to compete, okay? You shouldn't have to compete for attention. You shouldn't have to compete with people who are not as experienced as you. You shouldn't have to compete for the same amount of pay with somebody who just started. Things of that type of nature may be popping up for you guys. You shouldn't have to do that, okay? So if those type of situations or circumstances are popping off, it might be time to try to figure out how to flip that cycle, okay? I just heard rolling the dice. Some of you might be deciding to roll dice. Some of you might be doing a little bit of gambling here. But for most of you, I feel, yeah, it's really just choosing whether you want to stay or go. You know, do you want to keep fucking with it or leave it the fuck be? Do you want to, you know, keep what you had or go look for new? Like, it's very much so that energy. Recovery is the advice here. So you need to recover yourself in whatever way, shape, or form that has to take place in. Yeah, some of you could definitely be digging into occult, or you could be using the occult. So, spellcasting, moon gazing, scrying, looking into your birth charts, like your Chiron, your planetary alignments. Some of you might be looking into herbology, or like green witchery, trying to figure out like natural ways to heal things. Some of you could be using runes. Some of you might be using sigils to communicate with your ancestors. Big, beautiful, wonderful. I love when I see a quote pop out for you guys in the uprights. Wonderful. We also get Jiro, which is peace. Okay, it's harvest, fulfillment, rewards. It also indicates to proper timing, though. Okay, so putting your ducks in a row before you do anything drastic is probably going to be really important for you guys. Evil counsel is given by evil hearts. Again, watch taking advice from other people. That's why you need to be clear. You need to be very clear about this is what I'm doing, so that people can't try to maneuver you or manipulate you to make other choices or to feel other ways, okay? We also get brigade, so you guys could be going through a period of renewal or rebirth here. You could also be looking into a unified situation. Forgiveness sets you free. Forgive them. Just forgive them. You could be dealing with a Leo, or it could happen during Leo season, July 23rd through August 22nd, where you do need to forgive someone to set yourself free. You also get trust your intuition, that has Canas on it, awakening. Okay, you need to trust yourself. Letting other people communicate with you, communicating your needs with other people is absolutely okay. But if they start trying to manipulate or drag you in one direction or the other without your absolute pacification, like, let that shit roll. Like, don't even mess with it. Communication, again, is key. Closed mouth does not get fed. You need to tell them what it is that you want. Okay? We get lies in reverse here. Okay, so a lot of you need to start denying access to yourself for liars. If you have someone around you who is kind of sneaky, sketchy, fucking not always truthful, not always honest with themselves or with others, you need to limit the amount of energy and the amount of availability of you that they allow. You could be dealing with an energy vampire here, okay? We also get water, so your emotions, the purity of things, tranquility as a whole, your reflective behavior, and your mirroring abilities, okay? Those are going to be things that you're going to want to be using when you're trying to get your messaging across. So you're going to want to be calm. Your message needs to be clear and concise. You want to keep the situation tranquil. So if people come up and they're trying to manipulate, just agree to disagree. Again, affirm your goal and move on. Okay? Because at that point, they're going to be like, oh, well, I really wanted them to do this, but they're not going to. So we're going to have to do that. Like, it's mirroring. Okay? That's the reflective behaviors and energies that come with it. So, sorry, I just realized that the cat snuck in here, guys. Sorry. If you hear something boom here in a minute, he's all over in here. He's just exploring. Sorry. Okay, again, really communicating what you truly are after, what you truly need. Really important for you guys. Closed mouth does not get fed. Okay. All right, we are going to move on to Cancer. All right, Cancers, let's see what's cracking. What is going on, spirits, guides, ancestors for Cancer during the 6/6 portal and this new moon in Gemini? What do they need to think through? What do they need to manifest? What's going on for Cancer? Judgment. All right, y'all don't be being judgmental, because if you... karma for you. Don't be judging people. Hopefully you guys aren't going through judgment, but it could be possible that that's somebody else's energy moving towards you. Let's see here. What else do we have? Okay. Out of your facing judgment, you really are kind of pushing towards that point where you're done losing sleep over it. If people are going to think what they're going to think, and if they want to fight about it, then they can go fight with themselves. A lot of you are just at that point where you're like, you know what? I'm done losing sleep. I'm done crying over it. I'm tired of the toxic fucking arguing and fighting about it. I'm just done. Like, you're going to believe what you're going to believe. You're going to think what you think. You want what you want. And maybe that doesn't match up any longer. Could be a situation at work where maybe you face some sort of judgment, like maybe you got a write-up or some sort of disciplinary action, and it kind of caused a lot of anxiety and you were really upset about it. If it's a relationship issue, it could be that they're believing that you did something that you did not do, and you're just going to agree to disagree. That, or you did do it and they know, and it created a lot of bullshit. Take it however it resonates. It's going to be different for everybody, but apply it. Okay? Some of you might be dealing with some bad health issues that you've really been concerned with lately as well. You or people that are surrounding you, your soul tribe, your family, your friends. Somebody could have been dealing with some really serious health conditions here. That I'm pulling that pretty hard. And it created a lot of animosity, a lot of arguing, a lot of verbal confrontations is how it feels. Like, it's very stabby energy. Some of you could have felt like you needed to respond but did not, or some of you should not have responded and did. Take it how it resonates. What else? At this time, I really feel like what you need to think through is what you need to do to get over it. Yeah. Yeah, because you are. You need to. That's what you need to think about, and what you need to manifest is how you're going to get past this. How do we move forward? Do we need to look for a new job, or are we okay with understanding and knowing where the snakes are in the grass and still walking through the grass? Or do we want to look for a greener pasture? That's where we're at. Beautiful. And moving forward, we start looking for emotional fulfillment. Okay. Cancers, at this time, a lot of you could be looking more towards an emotional fulfillment at this time. Emotional happiness, emotional stability. Some of you are really just choosing to protect your peace. To protect your peace and protect what makes you happiest. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Trying to think here. Judgment is going to be Libra. That's an air sign. So, again, a lot of you could be really looking into your prosperity and your luck. And or some of you may be looking into your confidence and the energies around you. Okay? Are they confident that you can do your job? Do they give you the respect that you deserve? Does the energy match your energy? Okay? Those are things you're going to be paying attention to, thinking about, thinking things through. Those are things you need to consider. Advice for Cancer. Wow. Okay. Oh, some of you could be dealing with a really stubborn Leo here. Some of you could be dealing with Libra. Specifically, there's a lot of air energy here, especially because you just got Rado reversed too. Okay, so those of you who are thinking about just kind of walking away from things because you can't find some sort of rationale with these people and your inspiration is to just go, you need to be careful with that energy, okay? Because just up and leaving is probably not the best for this situation. You need to forgive, but do not forget the lesson that is learned here because it is a painful one. Okay. This 6-6 is really motivating you to look into your infinite possibilities, into what miracles you would like to be put at this time, what type of unconditional love and harmony you want, and what challenges or adversities are in your way. Be creative. Be creative. Look into things. Forgive, but you don't have to forget. Okay? This is not something that you're going to be able to forget. That's a 9 and a 10 of swords back to back. Okay, this is something that may have happened 9 or 10 months ago, 9 or 10 weeks ago, 9 or 10 days ago. For some of you, it could be happening during Leo or Libra season, but these are things, or maybe they've already happened during Leo or Libra season. Could have happened during the 10th month as well here, so that could have been in October at some point where you're just kind of realizing like shit ain't shaking out how it's supposed to, and they've ran you through the fucking ringer, and you're just at that point where you're just done. You're just fucking done. And it's beautiful because you've learned the lesson and now it's time to move forward. But you need to move forward rationally. You need to take inspired action, but not let the grudge be your inspiration. Okay? Like, don't do things hastily just because you're mad. Do not let your emotions rule you at this time. Like, yes, seek out your emotional happiness, but do not let your emotions rule you, especially with Mars being in Aries, okay? So be careful with that. All right, those are the messages that I have for you, Cancer. We are going to move on to Leo. Hello, 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 Leo Collective. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Leo need to know during the 6-6 portal? What do they need to think through for the new moon in Gemini? What do they need to manifest for the 6-6 portal? What do they need to think through? What do they need to manifest for the 6-6 portal, Spirit? Alright, things that are unjustified or unfair. You need to sit with your own emotions, okay? Some of you might be feeling really distracted or playing into like disconnects for sure. Specifically towards children at this time, you might be disconnecting from like it's like an overstimulated energy here just because things just don't seem to be fair. Things don't seem to be equal. Like maybe you have like an immature force around you. It doesn't have to be children. It could just be someone who's younger or less mature than you are, who is constantly in need of attention. And it doesn't feel fair or balanced because you're not getting that time for your self-care. You're not getting that time to sit with your own energies because it's constantly being interrupted and it's just not equal and not balanced and not fair. You're feeling like you're having to put in a lot more than somebody else is. Somebody else is getting more attention than you do. And with Leo, that's a problem. Then we get the Hierophant reverse. Okay, some of you might be questioning some sort of commitment that you made here. I don't think that you're like legally tied to or obligated to it here because the Hierophant is reversed. Okay, so it's not like you went to the chapel and signed the papers. Okay, this is more or less like just really looking at something as if, oh, okay, that sounds great. We should, involve ourselves with that. This is like having faith in some sort of situation or some sort of belief system, even where you're like, you know what, I think I could roll with that. And yeah, it might not be as fair as you thought it was going to be, or it may be harder than you thought it was going to be. Yeah, definitely harder. It could be sparking a lot of childhood trauma, generational chains. For some of you, you may have had an ex come around recently here, and they may have like offered you something, but you refused it, whatever it was. It was a kind offer. It was made with good intentions, but for whatever reason, you feel like you can't accept it. And I am strongly feeling that that's because these people are watching. However, these people that you're connected to are with, and I don't feel like you feared that they were going to pass judgment, but for whatever reason you felt like there was a boundary crossed with this person, or you knew that that's how they would view it. Okay. That is a whole lot. We're going to take the Magician. Okay, so what you guys need to start thinking through is how you want to accomplish your goals. What is it that you want to manifest? Do you want to manifest money? Do you want to manifest happiness? Do you want to manifest how to better communication or the truths about things, honesty? Or do you want to just move towards things that you want to create, things that you are passionate about? Okay, because you get strength, which is your own energy, moving through things very strongly, taming the fucking lion, having infinite energies to handle stuff, but you're overstimulated. So even though you have energy to do it, doesn't necessarily mean that you want to do it. That could explain the disconnects here, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, because that's like non-movement, okay? That's wanting to participate and do things that have to do with money and value and stability in things, material things, and for whatever reason, like, it's just not moving, whether that's you or that's them. Okay, you're kind of losing hope in the situation here, and you've already gone within and thought about things, and you've enlightened as to what it is you need to do to move forward. You're coming out of the cave here. But the problem is you resolved the situation in your head. You've made a decision, but you don't know how to manifest it further. Okay, so we're just for your guys' own here, I'm just going to go through what the planetary alignment now is, this planet parade, if you didn't watch it during the educational part, just so that you guys can kind of step forward into this manifest energy. Because the 6-6 is the infinite possibility portal. It is the time to manifest prosperity, luck, miracles. Okay, so we have Mercury, which is a planet of communication and thinking, and that is in Gemini. See if it applies to your birth charts, any of these, and or use the energies that come with them. Okay, Mars is the planet of confidence and energy, and it is in Aries. Mars rules Aries, so that's a pretty solid alignment there. Jupiter is the planet of prosperity and good luck. It is in Gemini. Saturn is the planet of limitations and practicality. It is in Pisces. Uranus is in Taurus, and that is the planet of individuality and inventiveness. And then you have Neptune also in Pisces, and that is the planet of idealism and compassion. So, I'm just comparing what is in your reading compared to what it could apply to here. So, with the Magician card here, Mars is in Aries. Okay? You may need to start manifesting what actions, what energies are needed, and start moving towards them. Because at this point, there's inaction. Like, you're strong enough to do things, you're just not doing them. Because you've lost faith in the situation. You've lost hope in the situation. It's time to shit or get off the pot, for lack of a better term. Okay? What's going to bring you confidence? What can you be confident that you can accomplish? What energies are needed to do that? Okay? All right. Okay, yeah, definitely could be a power of 3 situation or a third party situation with that 3 of Cups reversed. Something is going awry with some sort of collaboration that was made. Could have been those 3 people that are watching you, or 2, or maybe you're the 3rd person and the other 2 were watching you, kind of passing judgy type of energy. It just doesn't feel fair. for whatever reason. You're really craving your independence here with the King of Cups. Really craving the ability to go experience, like to let the world be your oyster at this point. Some of you might be looking into traveling. Some of you might be wanting to like go on a vacation to explore a new area that you've never been to. It could be seaside or have some sort of waterfront that comes with this break, or maybe you're just wanting to be emotionally independent, like you don't want to have to keep appeasing all of the emotional needs of this collaboration. Like it's very emotional, and it's causing you to have a rift with your own emotions. It's very overstimulating. Triskelion could be important to some of you. It's the triple spiral for those of you who don't know. Okay, you can do your own research on that. The star is also reversed here, so some of you are just very much feeling like there's so much energy within that you no longer get to be the star, and that's a problem. You may be going other places to try to get the attention that is needed, or you may be having to choose to go to other places to receive the attention that's needed, because there's so much energy and so much attention needed in the situation. For you to get the attention and the energy that you need, you may have to separate from it for a while. Like whether that's just taking a break or finding a way to get some you time out of this situation. That could be a thing for you guys. All right. What advice do we have for Leo? Advice for Leo. Some of you also could be dealing with a Cancer, or you could have high Cancer placement since you're a Leo. Perhaps you're a cusp. The only way out is through. For some of you, leaving this is not an option. Forgiveness sets you free during Leo season. Okay, so somewhere around your birthday, you may have to do that forgive and forget type of energy in order for you to regain your power and your freedom. Some of you could just be dealing with a Leo or a fellow Leo. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Cancer's here. Aries is here. Taurus. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become, Mark Twain. All right, some of you could be dealing with some taboos here. Maybe it's because these people are thinking that taboos, some of the things that we're doing are the person that appeared as a taboo. And for some of you, it made it more desirable to be around that person, or more desirable to go get attention or time or energy from them. Ripples, okay? So this could be that point where you just kind of need to plant the seed. Like, just touch the water. You don't need to smack the shit out of it, but you just need to touch it. Like with the energy, with the mission, the manifest that you're doing, just plant the seed. Some of you might need to do that. Now, it really just depends on these other people around you. So say that you try to put the ripple effect on somebody who has extremely high vibrations right now. Somebody who has high expectations, somebody that's running at the speed of sound. They're probably not going to feel the ripple because they're wavy. You know what I mean? They're up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, getting shit done, moving the fuck along. You know, energy is all over the fucking place. If you try to plant that seed with those type of people, it's probably not going to sit, because if you touch the water, it's not going to do anything. It's a wave. Now, if you're dealing with people who are still, people who are calm, people who are settled, and then you're playing that manifestation, it may work out a lot better for you. Just putting that out there. Okay? All right. That's what we got for you, Leo. Moving on to Virgo. Hello, 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 Virgos. We are going to get your 6/6 portal read / the new moon in Gemini. Sorry, I had to write the time down real quick. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what is going on for the Virgo collective? What's shaking for Virgo? What do they need to know? What do they need to think through? What do they need to manifest during the 6/6 portal? What is going on for Virgo? Ooh, smooth. Things might be going pretty smoothly for you right now, or things might be really kind of falling in line here. Good. Very good. Okay, some of you got some wounded warrior energy here. Struggling to really figure out what it is that you need to be moving towards or manifesting. Some of you might be in kind of a stuck energy. Maybe that's starting to fade here with the High Priestess. Something justified comes into place, and it kind of answers some... It puts closure to unanswered things, or unclosed, unended cycles, is really what I'm feeling here. There's something about rules that are long made. Like a universal rule of law here or something. You're going to have to let go of something in order to pick up something new. That may be why you're struggling right now to figure out what it is that you want, because you're not willing to put down things that you have. You have to sacrifice to get it, you know? Okay. What else, Spirit? I'm going to clarify with you guys. Well, I do with all of you guys, but I'm going to do some deep clarification here. Maybe. If I can get the cards off the floor. Oh, all right. Well, Wounded Warrior has to do a lot with, like, there were some things said, but they weren't understood. And it caused something to kind of go awry here. It put you kind of on the back foot, okay? Like it was one of those situations where, like, you rolled the dice, but, like, you weren't really sure if you won or not. Like, it's kind of like arguing at the dice table, like, oh, it was a 6, no, it was a 7, oh, it was like tippy, tippy, tippy for a while, and then it finally was just like, okay, this is what it is. And now it moves into this, what do I need to think through? You need to think through what it is that you're trying to accomplish. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? What challenges or adversities need to be overcome? Use your creative power to get over them. Okay. Can I get some advice for this magician here? What's going on? Or some... What else do we need to know about this magician? Somebody might be doing black magic on you that just popped out of nowhere. I just saw spellbinding. Ooh, I don't like that energy. Ace of Wands here. You're able to get what you want. You're just not, for whatever reason, you're not doing it. What's needed, Spirit? Dude. Ooh. There's an apology, an admission, some sort of, you need to do, whatever it is that's going to make this opportunity happen for you, it's going to, for you, it feels like weakness. It's like, you feel that if you reach out to this person or these people or this place, that it will appear as a weakness. You're scared to get stuck around it or within it forever. Like an infinite loop of fucking chaos. There's probably a lot of tears shed between you and this person or this situation. There's a lot of shit. It feels stuck. It feels netted. It feels like you're like a fish trapped in a net. You're trying to figure a way out, but you're just kind of waiting for the fisherman to pull you up here. It's probably why you're not manifesting very hard, because you're kind of waiting for something to come in. Yeah, well, it's waiting for you too. So, I mean, somebody's going to have to break the silence here. What's the... Yeah. I'm just going to say it because I don't know no nice way to say this. There's some sort of secrets that were revealed. Okay? They have come to light. The darkness has come to the light has gone to the darkness. So if somebody was being very nice to you before, they're probably being very mean now. And if you haven't communicated with them, do not be surprised if they throw fury your way, okay? I think both parties are choosing peace. They're choosing to protect their peace with silence and inaction. But at the end of the day, this is still something that needs to be handled because we pulled Justice Reversed to clarify that High Priestess, okay? Something has to be done to tip the scales. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting darker and darker and darker and darker and darker and further and further and further and further away. This is something that needs to be handled or it's going to end up causing injury later. It could be some sort of legality with it being the Justice card. Some of you might need to get a lawyer. Some of you might need to talk to, like, an advisor of some sort, like a legal advisor, legal counsel. Some of you might be going to legal aid. Wow, okay. Yeah. A lot of you, your creativity is being blocked by this. You or theirs, one or the other. Neither party is grounded to the situation. So neither party wants to stick roots in this. This is a done dollar. Shit needs to be cleansed. Might want to channel Venus, planet of love and pleasure. Some of you might have had a very good time with this person, if you know what I'm saying without me being too obvious. It may have been a very good time, or a very strong but short bond with this person. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Okay, whoever got the shit end of the stick on this situation, they're hitting a come up. Whether that's you or them. Yeah. Spirit saying no matter how hard you try to let go of this situation, is still going to keep coming back. Do not climb mountains for people who won't jump puddles for you. Act accordingly. If this person is being fair with you, be fair with them. If this person is unfair with you, then be unfair with them. That's how it rolls, okay? Transformation is here. It needs to fucking happen. What you fear becomes your limit. So stop fearing the situation and get it fucking handled. Water is here twice, y'all. Look at that shit. Y'all got to maintain a control upon your emotions. Y'all need to cleanse yourself from this situation or these people. The interconnectedness of you in this situation is not fucking helping you. It's not. You need to move towards things that are tranquil and pure. The reflective energies. Purification is going to be so important to you guys during this time. Like, really focusing your energies on the purely positive aspects of things. Really being purely equal, fair, open. So that you can drop whatever this is to pick up something better. Alright, that's what I got for you, Virgo. Moving on to Libra. Alright, Libras. Welcome to your 6-6 portal read / new moon in Gemini read. 6-6 portal is the miracle portal. Start manifesting your infinite possibilities, y'all. New moon in Gemini means to think it through. Somebody don't want me to talk. They are leaving me tongue-tied. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Libra need to think through at this time? What do they need to manifest? What do they need to think through, and what do they need to manifest? Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Libra... Yep, just the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. Alright, what you need to think through at this point is the stability. Where's your stability? How can you create it? What is the forever and ever, this is my castle, this is where I stay, that no one can ever take it from me? Where is that? That is what you need to be thinking through at this point. Or thinking through how rooted you want to stay to a situation. We will clarify here in a minute to understand. What do we need to manifest? Okay. We're going to leave it there. Let's clarify the King. One more. Yeah. There's a lot of you that are really trying to decide whether you're happy in a situation, and you're probably at an impatient level here with Temperance reversed, okay? Ace of Cups reversed, Temperance reversed. Something could have happened on the 14th, the 10th. Somebody has very pretty hands. Like very thin but muscular, clean-cut hands. Like scarless. I'm sitting with this. I keep getting drawn back to the bowl, and then drawn back to the sun and the moon in the Temperance card here. There's a lot of you that are really seeking a way to heal yourself without losing what you have. Like, you don't want to sacrifice anything that you've worked for or anything that you have built, rooted yourself to. You don't want to give up those things to seek out any source of happiness. Like, you really just want everything to fit into the puzzle that you're putting it in. But for whatever reason, that's not happening, and it's creating a large amount of impatience here. Can I get one more? Did that just flip? It did, but I don't know which one it was. Come on. Spirits, guides, ancestors. Can I get one more for this king? Ooh. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, some of you have even thrown money at this situation. Some of you may have spent money traveling around for a while to figure out if this is what you really wanted. For some of you, it's not coming to you fast enough, and you may be trying to manipulate things to do what you want with money. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune here, it's as to what you need to manifest. Like, some of you really are dealing with a situation that is not ended. Okay, you're on the back foot for a situation. You're not understanding why it can't be accomplished or why it cannot get done here. Okay, well, that's because even though you win the battle, you're losing the war. Like, you may have great presentation, but you have no follow-through. And that is why that wheel is constantly spinning, why you're constantly going through the same cycle over and over and over and over and over again, because you're not learning the lesson. You have to be patient. You have to be open to change, to transition, to emotion. A lot of you are just not open. You need to be open. If you want to accept things, you have to be open to accept them. That's like going to a restaurant to eat and it's closed, and you get pissed off because it's closed. Well, I mean, there's really not shit you can do with that. Yeah. A lot of you are really just looking for emotional fulfillment, happiness, long-term partnerships here, but some of you could have already been divorced, or you could have moved away from a place where you used to be happy at. A lot of you are still in pain. You're still in pain. You're recovering from shit that has fucked you up. Specifically relationships or partnerships. Like, you've moved away from the toxicity and you did it quickly. And you're just kind of really trying to put your money where your mouth is as far as that. Like, some of you could be, say, renovating a home to make it your castle. Some of you could be offering to take people on dates and paying for everything just so that you know for sure that they'll go. Or some of you could be just being very impatient with the way money is coming in, but it's like more money, more problems. Like, yes, you're getting more money, but you work so many hours that you have no time for self-care or to hold down a relationship or to take care of your house. Some of you could be dealing with issues like that as well. But the things that are needing to be manifested for this possibility is the big win. That's what needs to be manifested. Like, if you want your soulmate, you need to call it in. If you want success, you need to call it in. If you want knowledge about different belief systems or how things work elsewhere to see if maybe what you're doing is not fitting what you want, it doesn't fit what you're trying to accomplish, so maybe it's time to gain some knowledge, gain some research and some experience on where you might be happier. Start looking. Okay? What advice do we have for Libra here? What advice do we have for Libra? Some of you might be looking into, like, selling one property to buy a bigger one, or to buy, maybe you're like, you have a condo and you're selling it to buy land because you want to be more self-sufficient. And you're just kind of finding that really difficult to do because there's, I mean, ain't nothing free in this life. You got to pay for it. You know what I mean? Some of you might be discovering that, like, working and running a homestead is, like, not fucking easy. Some of you might be trying to figure out a way to manifest how to make the impossible happen, is kind of how this feels, to be real with you. Alright, what advice do we have for Libra? What advice do we have for Libra? I almost fell. Yep. Y'all need to focus on the sun. Get in the sun. Let the sun hit your skin. Make sure you're staying in your conscious self, making sure that you're awake during the daytime and sleeping during the nighttime. A lot of you are going to regain hope and faith by things. Some of you, it may even be told a prophecy of some sort. Okay. We get Ingwar reversed. So that masculine, feminine equality is not something that you need to be concerned about with right now. Balancing your masculine and your feminine is not going to do you any good if you don't know what it is that you're moving towards, okay? It is time to start manifesting, time to start making reasonable goals, not acting like Rome is going to be built in a day, because it's not. This is really taking the time, the energy, and the patience to sit with yourself, sit with your energies, sit with your goals, and figure out how you need to apply yourself, your energy, your money to make it happen. But to make reasonable goals so that you're still keeping your movement going, that you're able to pivot your thought process or the solution to problems as needed. Like if something, say that you're manifesting buying a house, but all of a sudden there's like a tax lien on the property. You need to be flexible in knowing that maybe you have to stay where you're at for another 3 months before you can get the property cleared up and start building on it. Or maybe all of a sudden you need special permits, or they say you can't build the type of house that you want, and now you have to kind of shuffle your plan around. Okay, you need to be flexible. All right, those are the messages that I have for you, Libra. Moving on to Scorpio. Oh my God, I just realized that I just paused all of the Scorpio read. That is not good. All right, let's start from square one. Here we roll. So what it is that you guys are supposed to be manifesting here is the Magician. So you need to manifest manifestation. You need to manifest your fulfillment and how to obtain that. Okay? Then we get the Hermit as what it is that you need to think through. A lot of you need to think shit through on your own. Don't be doing it with other people. Not everyone needs to know. It does not apply to everyone in this situation. Okay? What you're going to be looking for when you're manifesting for this 6-6 portal, things that provide emotional fulfillment. Things that allow you to reach for your dreams, even if they're not quite there yet, or you perhaps don't know what it is that you want to do. It is time for you to not take the leaps of faith anymore and to develop a plan. You need to develop a plan. Plot, plan, execute. Okay? Strategy. Because once you start going within and start thinking things through, you're going to be hearing a whole lot of wah, 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 wah. You're going to have people around you that are trying to get around you. They're being strategic, they're being sketchy, they're being sneaky. They might start being quiet as well, thinking that they're going to mirror your energy and that that's not going to make you defensive. However, it probably will. A lot of you are choosing to protect your energy and choosing to remove yourself from the situation to move to safer waters at this point. You could be moving somewhere or taking yourself somewhere where you feel safe. You could even feel guided to go to that place. Like there should be a yearning to go, or a yearning for the freedom of it, a yearning for the peace. When you feel that yearn for a peaceful place, you need to go within or get the fuck out. Like you need to either go within yourself and find a quiet space and protect your energy. And if you cannot do that in the space that you're at, you need to seek that out. Okay? We also get the Three of Cups here. Some of you could be going through a collaboration or a power of three situation here. Some of you, it's a third party that's going to be helping you move into your harvest point, your rewards, your proper timing, your advancement. Okay? And then for advice, we pulled Just Breathe in Reverse. That is Cancer. The only way out is through is Capricorn. And then we pull the low-key card. Some of y'all are just going to have to hit that FU button. Block people. Cut them out your energy. Some of you need to do some protective occult things for yourself here, because with that magician being here and people being kind of sketch in the Three of Cups, some of you might be dealing with some people that know how to work some magic or use the occult. So just be careful with that. Making sure that you're not falling for traps too is going to be important for some of you, so protect yourself as much as you can, as much as you're aware of and how to do. If you don't know how to do that, YouTube it, Google it, research it. It'll do you a lot of good. All right, energies that we're dealing with here, we have Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra. Yep. All right. I can't believe I really did that whole read without seeing that it wasn't recording. That's crazy talk. Well, that just goes to, maybe I was a little bit too high strung the first time. Maybe for me to get this message across, I needed to just sit and calm down for a second. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe you guys needed me to come off a little more level headed for you to hear and understand what it is that I'm getting at here. You need a plan. You need a plan, and not everybody needs to know. All right, moving on to Sagi. Hello, 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 Sagi Collective. Spirits, gods, ancestors, what does Sagittarius need to manifest during this 6/6 portal? And what do they need to think through with the new moon in Gemini? Spirits, gods, and ancestors. What is going on for Sagittarius? What do they... Woo! Y'all haven't put an end to something. You need to figure out how you're going to. There's some sort of transformation that is supposed to happen, or a change, and it has not happened yet, and it's supposed to. Okay. What we need to think through is how to be fair. Even if secrets come out, even if things up to this point, like even if this is like gone legal, you know what I mean? Like this is gone legal. This is people throwing belief systems around. This is, could be even people trying to like press you to societal norms even. Could be some people are just being dead silent at this point. Take it however it resonates for you. But the thing that you need to think through is how to create balance, how to make things fair, what needs to be said and what needs to be kept to yourself. Think those things through, okay? What we're manifesting during this open possibility miracle portal is transformation. It's the death reversed. There's some sort of transformation that is supposed to be happening that's not happening, and you need to figure out how to make that happen or how to make that end, okay? Because for whatever reason, it hasn't ended. Let's find out. We clarify death, Spirit. Okay. Money hasn't been exchanged, or money hasn't been talked about. There's some sort of partnership that it was like you were aligned with those people. That's Two of Cups energy. It's like a twin flame. Some of you could be separated from a twin flame at this point, and it just hasn't either come together or fallen apart for some whatever reason. There's still like a firm handshake with this person's energy. And it could have to do with something financial, like maybe you're legally obligated to something here with the High Priestess and then the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Some of you might be legally obligated to something with this person. What's this High Priestess, Spirit? Yeah, unable to walk away. Why? Somebody doesn't want to walk away because of material possession. Somebody might be going through a really heavy divorce here, and for some reason it's just not able to be mediated. Yeah, because this person likes to fucking play games. Page of Cups. When pigs fucking fly, man. Okay? Like, that's kind of, that could be something that you say to this person. Like, take it all. I don't care. I just want to be done. Like, the value of something may not be assessed at this point. Like, the value, some of you are really just taking evaluation of your peace, of your freedom, You're really trying to figure out, like, what it is this person's trying to accomplish. Like, are they trying to set up the legalities so that they can walk away with more? Or are they setting up the legalities because they just want your attention? Or are they drawing it out in hopes that there will be an apology and some sort of playful restart here? And I'm not really feeling that energy coming from you. I feel like that's coming from the other party. I think you're ready to walk away from stuff, but you're just not legally able to do that. Some of you may be having someone come in that within this time that is that playful, loving person. It could just be a friend energy, or it could be more than a friend energy. It just kind of comes out of the sky for you, where it just, things start happening and they start going positively for you. It could be that you have to take this to the legal form before it starts being fair, because this person just will not leave, will not be equal, will not be fair, will not give things up, and you're just ready to leave it all. But you can't, because you're legally tied somehow. Like, maybe you want to leave, but the house and the car are both in your name, and you need to get that squared away before you can go, or something to that effect. Or maybe there needs to be like some sort of custody order that gets put in place, because the page could be a child as well. Peace begins with a smile. Yeah, this person is smiling in your face and playing behind your back. Ooh. All the way to the floor, though. Dang. Alright. Yeah, you're done dealing with it. This person is just building this beautiful disaster around shit, and you're just done fucking with it. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys need to focus on purifying your energies, trying to remain tranquil during situations, making sure that there's reciprocity and things are fair, because if you're being fair, then they should mirror that you're fair, okay? So mirroring is extremely important during situations like this. Seeds grow with no sound, trees fall with huge noise. Destruction has noise, but creation is quiet. This is the power of silence. Yeah. Not everybody needs to know, man. Manifest, plot, plan, execute on your own. Low vibration also pops out here, okay? So some of you need to start using your tools to raise your vibration, okay? There could be challenges, delays, things that are out of your control that are lowering that vibration. Do the things that you can do, the things that you can succeed at to raise that vibration, to increase your energies, okay? Getting good sleep, okay? Taking medication the way that you're supposed to. That's for somebody. That was specific, and I don't know who, but that was for somebody. Using your runes to try to awaken your... Paying a tribute to ancestors to try to awaken them to help you to clear things. Or clearing karma. I start clearing karma as well. Okay? Alright. That's what I got for you, Saggy. We're going to move on to a Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn Collective. Alright, spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Capricorn need to manifest during this 6/6 portal? And what does Capricorn need to know for the new moon in Gemini? What do they need to think it through? Okay. Ooh, okay. Alright, during your 6/6 portal... Why, man? Why? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Look at this. Looky, Cappy. We got King of Swords, and then Queen of Swords reversed. Y'all could be beefing with your siblings, or a majority of you, this is going to be your relationship going turbulent, okay? So, again, it's June, okay? So, you're either going to attract love, beauty, positivity, growth, or you're going to attract foolishness, relationship issues, and failure, okay? Those are the two sides of the Gemini, the Lover's card, okay? These are technically siblings in tarot, okay? This is someone, they're brother and sister, co-rulers. So this could be you and a roommate, this could be you and a friend having beef, you and a sibling having beef, or this could be relationship beef. Either way, whichever one is the feminine half is really pissed off. She is in that, like, the king is in the, I'm just going to go get some space and do me. And she is in that, I will bring the wrath of hell on you. I am saying with those energies that you need to manifest the balance between your masculine and your feminine, okay? Some of you are really neglecting the feminine side of things, and you need to adjust that. That's what you need to manifest. You need to, oh, you know what is one of these planets? Okay, so Mercury is communication and thinking, Mars is confidence and energy, Jupiter is prosperity and good luck, Saturn is limitations and practicality, Uranus is individuality and inventiveness, and Neptune is idealism and compassion. I am going to take this as probably the Uranus aspect of it, because the King of Swords is a very independent individual energy, okay? And so is the Queen. They are very independent, but they co-rule, okay? So dealing with your individuality and what it is that you want to bring, what you want to manifest, those things need to be aligned at this point, okay? Things that you need and things that you want. They need to come into alignment. Things that you already have and are doing, and things that you want to have or create. That is what you need to manifest, the balance, okay? And the equilibrium is number 6, which it's the 6th month, okay? All adds in. Y'all need to balance. That's what you need to manifest. Let's see what we need to think through here. Oh, he said no. He said no. No. Okay. What you need to think through is the wheel. The completion. You need to think through the completion. All of the steps that you have to take to run up that ladder, to make things balanced, to roll the dice on certain things, and you have to be secure on certain things. Some things you can gamble with, some things you can't. Some things you can give away, some things you need to keep. You need to figure it out, think things through on what it is you're willing to give up, what it is you need to keep, in order to progress towards what it is that you want. Can I clarify the King? What is it we already have? Alright, some of you have really took a hit to your savings, or you've decided that you want to move away from wherever you are, okay? And what you already have is the manifestation. The seed is already planted on that. You may have already planned where it is you want to go, or spent the money buying something to help you get there or help you stay there. What is it we're lacking? Why the Queen is reversed? Not getting enough rest, not getting the full story, lack of financial opportunities or abilities or new starts, not being able to financially get there for whatever reason, and your inability to take the leap of faith because it would fuck with your security. So you're just kind of in this holding pattern where you've taken steps to move on something, but you're not quite there yet, and you're exhausted. Exhausted to get there. Okay. Balance. Some of you really need to pay attention to your sleep schedule. Some of you need to do some meditation. Somebody might even need chakra alignment here as well. And pay attention to how much money you're spending and where it's going. Things that you need to think through, those steps that you need to take, okay? The things that you need to think about, like what you keep, what you take, what is balanced, what is fair. You need to start dropping burdens, okay? Stop paying for things you don't need. Stop helping others before you help yourself. Focus on you. Focus on you and what it is that you need to get there. That's what you need to think about. What is it that I need? What can I let go of in order to accept the new? All right. Just because your guys is just kind of heavy here, I'm going to really shuffle this deck. Like shuffle. Like I'm going to get at least 5 in here before we do advice, okay? Because it's heavy. You guys are happy though. You can take it. I know you can. Fellow cardinal sign here. Yo. For some of you, it really may be arguing with your partner about what it is that you want to do. Some of you might be sleeping separate from your partners, or somebody's going to one location and somebody's in the other. It's causing a drift. Drift in a holding pattern. Delegate tasks. Release things that don't need to be handled. Watch your times. Removing the chains. What did I say? The goose. Removing the chains. Y'all need to get rid of shit that is holding you down. Get rid of shit that is keeping you trapped. Okay? That shit has to go. Alright, then we get the Helm of Awe, guidance, safety, direction, protection. Y'all are protected at this time. There is safety. You know the direction that you need to go in. You're being guided to it, but you're not sure about the safety and if it's protected. Okay, so take the steps to protect it and to build your safety net. Okay? You get Lagoose. Okay, so that's renewal. Some of you need to put the sigil under your pillow to help with sleep. Some of you, like, you could do a salt bath for a purification cleanse because it is also in relation to water. Maybe do a salt bath for a cleanse and put the salt in this pattern and then add the hot water, okay? Yes, it's witchcraft for those of you who are curious, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. It's not dark magic. It's just a purification for yourself. It's not harming anybody else, okay? Some of you are going to be getting vivid dreams. Pay attention to those. They have meaning. Do your research. Understand what they mean. Some things are going to appear to be fantastical to you, but they still have a meaning, so pay attention to them, okay? Also, I'll put it in the comments, but I'm curious if one of these planets in this planet parade actually rules Capricorn. I will, if it does, or if it applies, and so I'm being pulled to the paper with the planetary alignments on it that I have here. I'm curious if one of these is ruled by Capricorn. Could be significant. Or some of you need to pay attention to where Gemini is at in your birth chart. Could be significant for you as well. I know personally my Neptune is in Cappy, so my idealism and my compassion are Capricorn. It's also my 4th house, so there's that. Guess I need to see how it applies to me too, yeah? Yeah, guess we'll both be doing research. Alright, if it is connected, I will link it in the comments. If it resonated, please do hit the like, y'all. Helps the channel, lets me know I'm connected to you guys. And with that, I wish you lots of love and light. We're going to move on to Aquarius. Hello, 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 collective. Aquarius. Welcome to your 6/6 portal read / new moon and Gemini read. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Aquarius need to manifest during this 6/6 portal? What does Aquarius need to think through for the new moon in Gemini? Oh. Splitting hairs. Splitting hairs. Some of you might have been really struggling with emotions lately. You're finally coming to that conclusion here where, like, somebody came around playing fucking games. Yeah, fuck it, we're keeping them. That was quick, but it is what it is. What comes is what comes. Some of you really had somebody that was coming in a player type energy, really just kind of presented themselves as something that they really weren't. It probably felt really secure at first, and then, like, the cracks started to show. As the cracks started to show, the emotions started to go with it. Like, the happiness, the fulfillment of it, that was the potential, started to fade. And it kind of caused this rifty energy, but I think that there was enough time between when it was good and when it was bad that it does hit your heart space, but you also know that by leaving the situation alone, you're evading a missile here, okay? A lot of you, there's going to be an offer made that you need to refuse. That's just kind of a situation that's happening. I don't know why Spirit wanted that to know. It's going to apply to somebody. I don't know who, but whoever it applies for, you're welcome. Alright, what we need to manifest and what we need to think through. What we need to manifest is how to move on, how to move forward. It's going to be overstimulating. It's going to be burdensome to your, and it's going to be painful having to leave things behind, things that you worked on, things that you liked, things that you didn't like. Like it's a lot to process moving forward from. You may be having like a loyal friend, okay, some sort of beacon of aptitude, somebody who is capable, somebody who is successful, somebody who is loyal, that comes around to kind of help you get yourself out of a rut here. They may be helping you bring things to completion, helping you bring it to market, okay? What you need to think through is your nostalgia. If you're still connected to things that you no longer wish to be connected to, some of you might need to look into a cord cutting ritual or some sort of like legal separation. Some of you might be needing to change locations. Like some of you might be moving home. Some of you might be speaking with siblings or old friends, trying to create a better opportunity for yourself here, most definitely. Too many fucking games, man. I get a lot of breadcrumbing in this situation. A lot of leading. It's time for the role switch, man. I feel like you're balanced. I do feel like you're very balanced. You're very secure in what it is that you want. You're not taking anything that you don't want. Like, you are no longer allowing yourself to treat a breadcrumb as if it's a full dinner. Okay? Like, you're very aware of what is on the plate and what is there to sacrifice and what is fulfilling you and what is not. You're very clear on what it is that you're able to do, not able to do, what you want to give up and what you don't want to give up. Manifesting going forward, you need to manifest what it is that's going to create that happiness. Where do you find unconditional love? Where do you feel harmony? You know, where can you go or what can you do to face challenges or adversities? Some of you might be being nostalgic about the adversity or the challenge here. Oh, yeah, you need to communicate. Communication is going to be key for you here. You need to fear nothing. Things that are on your vibe didn't leave your vibe. Like, your vibe might have changed to deal with this situation, but you're still in the same goal. You're still headed towards the same success here. You just need to unchain yourself from the things that are holding you back. You get Pluto, regeneration, the planet of regeneration and transformation. Okay, so pay attention to where Pluto's at in your birth chart, or pay attention to where it's aligned currently and use the energies to help you out. A lot of you have dealt with situations here where it's almost like running. It's like you're walking through the woods and you run into a bear. You know what I mean? Like, do you choose to hold your ground or do you choose to run? Like, it's a very big fearful energy that I feel with that. But I don't feel like you're going to create any chaos by standing your ground. You need to not be fearful of things. Some of you might be dealing with like the trauma of a toxic relationship. You might need to do a little bit of research on that, like how a traumatic relationship creates different types of issues with your brain function. A lot of people don't understand that that actually happens. There are certain things that your brain trains itself to do in dealing with harmful things, trauma, okay? A lot of you are being guided towards self-renewal, being that independent, wonderful self of yours again. Again, unchaining yourselves from unnecessary things, chaining yourself to things that are unconditional, things that help you get through challenges and adversities, not things that fight you. Being creative again, seeing your true vision, using your mouth to express it. Some of you might be getting an insight as well. Some of you might be receiving communication about the situation. Like, maybe this is communication from the other person where they make an offer that you don't want, or this could be you communicating what you truly want out of a situation, or communicating the transformation that you're about to take. Could be communicating with other people, could be communicating with the person causing the chaos. Take out what resonates for you. Some of you are going to confront them head on. Some of you are going to take the higher path and keep to yourself and heal to yourself and just refuse any attempts at the invasion of your energy anymore. Some of us are strong enough to get past trauma and abuse, and some of us are victimized to the point where we cannot face the abuser. That is really something that you're going to have to decide for yourself. Either way, fear nothing. All right. We are going to move on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, welcome to Carmaboo Tarot. Spirits, guides, ancestors, what does Pisces need to manifest during the 6-6 portal? What do they need to think through for the new moon in Gemini? What do they need to manifest? What do they need to think through? Wow, that was so loud. Okay. Some of you guys are dealing with a really loud, really aggressive situation with a devil. You're trying to remove yourself from a very controlling, abusive situation. For some of you, you're just you're finally making the call for help. You're manifesting how to, or you need to be manifesting how to regain your power, how to get out of the devil. You know, you need to, how to quit fucking with it. You're making that call for help. What you need to think through is what's going to be fair to yourself and to everyone else around you, or legally what is going to happen by letting go of that situation. Okay, there's going to be not a whole lot of options with this situation, so you really need to take the time to really think about how you're going to remove yourself from the situation. For a lot of you, it's going to be taking baby steps, especially financially. That could be saving little bits of money at a time, or taking things to safer places one at a time instead of all at once. You get the Empress reversed and also the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so in creating fairness, you may have to give up things that you have earned, things that you have built, things that you have brought to harvest, things that you have birthed, essentially. Take it how it resonates. Could be a lot of things. Could be giving up part of a business, could be giving up a value for a house, could be giving away a collection of something, or something. It could be splitting custody with children. Okay, walking away from a situation. What's really going to help you get through this situation is equality. Okay, don't be taking breadcrumbs. Like, this is not a situation where you're going to be okay if you allow that person to control the situation. Like, oh, we don't need a custody order in place or a visitation schedule for me to have my own children. This is that time when you step up and say, actually, absolutely, yes, we do. We need legal, formal documentation of what the plan is. And then, like, that is what's going to happen. Like, it's okay to maybe supervise a visitation with your children with this person, but just make sure that you are protecting yourself in the process, okay? So maybe, like, pick a public place for a supervised visitation, making sure that you're protecting yourself, protecting your energies, protecting your entities, being fair, but also being safe. Okay? Did I clarify the devil? Yeah. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person is really wanting to fight, but they're playing sweet right now. They're making attempts to make it seem like they're not going to chase you, or that they're done. They know that the situation is unhappy. They know that it's coming to a closure here. This is very much so like that switch up energy, whereas before you probably let them control a lot, and now you're really not doing that anymore. Some of you need to really dig into your options here, because they're looking at options too. So maybe like when you're calling, this could be seeking legal help, and maybe you need to make sure that there's not a conflict of interest in some way, shape, or form for some of you. Be careful what you're signing as well with the Justice card, making sure that it's legal and that it's fair. Like, if it's not complete, or it's not the final draft of something, or it hasn't been looked over by whoever you're seeking advice here from, don't sign it. Just be very careful. Read the small print. Make sure it's all legal. Make sure it's all kosher. Okay? what's this Knight of Pentacles? I want to know. Yeah. A lot of you are unable to walk away from the situation. You're having to baby step it because you can't really just leave everything behind. There are things that you need to take with you, but you may not be allowed to do so. And it could have to do with money, or it could have to do with plain just simple out control. Especially financial control. Like they may be telling you things like, oh yeah, you're allowed to go, but you can't take my car. That's my car. It's in my name legally. Or yeah, you can stay in this house, but I'm welcome to come home whenever I want because my name's on the deed. Things of that nature may be coming to play, and that's maybe why you're trying to baby step it and really put your ducks in a row before this all comes to a closure. Definitely being fair. Like don't rob anybody blind or take things that don't belong to you, especially. That's kind of a cohesive warning here, because that justice can flip at any time. So the second you stop being fair and being courteous and being safe is when that shit's going to flip on your fucking head. So don't do that, okay? Be selective about the options that you're picking, making sure you're taking the appropriate time to pick the right options, seeking that legal advice or the help from someone who has either been through it or somebody who is going to help you understand how it's going to go. So like legal aid, speaking to attorneys. This could even be like taking a visit down to the courthouse or a police station. Really just getting yourself the knowledge that you need to understand legally what you're obligated to do and things that you don't need to do to accomplish what you're trying to achieve. Okay? All right. This is specific. If it doesn't apply, check your moon, rising, and Venus. Or for some of you, you may need to check where your other zodiacs are within this planetary parade as well. Okay? Whew. It's getting warm in here. I just got really hot out of nowhere. Some of you might, man, you're going to be hot under the collar about some shit that's done. Just really try to keep that in check. Yeah. Stay cool, calm, and collected. Most definitely. Pluto, regeneration and transformation. It is here. You need to regenerate your energy and transform yourself for this situation and this things that are happening. Like, don't be afraid to step into your power, because before you were giving them all the control, and now that you've removed the power, all of a sudden it's a fucking problem. First you borrow, then you beg. Make sure you're not borrowing money. Make sure you're not borrowing things. Okay? Sunflowers reversed here as well. So this is going to be a short process as long as it's kept fair. Okay? As long as everything is truthful, it will be kept short. Now, if everybody starts lying, taking things, drawing the situation out, causing a fuss, then yeah, it's going to be a lot longer and a lot more painful. A lot more expensive. Okay? Certain things are worth fighting for and certain things are not. Be selective. Choose your battles. Alright, those are the messages that I have for you, Pisces. All of my collective here, you guys are wonderful. You guys are great. Please do your manifesting during the 6/6 portal today. It's super, super important for you guys to make sure that you're only inviting positive, okay? Infinite positive possibilities. This is the time to manifest miracles at this point. So, yes, be careful what you wish for, but be sure. And if you are sure, manifest it, okay? Use your creative power. If any of the messages did resonate, please do hit the like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment. If you'd like personal readings, my information is in the description box below the video. And with that, I will wish you all lots of love and light.